Hola amigos, ¿qué tal? Y buenos dias. It's around 9:20 a.m. and I'm in the middle of nowhere here in the province of Zamora here in Spain, autonomous community Castilla y León, in one of these villages of around 400 people. Not a lot of action going on, I'm going to be honest, and we're going to go and take a walk around this town, check out what it's like, and you'll get a first-hand experience of what it's like to be in one of these small towns on a Saturday morning at 9:20 a.m. As I said, lots of things aren't open yet, so hopefully we'll see some people, but I can't guarantee it. Now, the first thing that's caught my attention in this town is there's writing on the road outside basically every house. Not sure exactly what it is or what the meaning of this writing is, but as we can see, almost every house has something written in front of it. No idea what's going on, but it's interesting. Now you can get an idea of just how quiet this town is, not a soul around. We saw some people yesterday, mainly older people, I would say, retired people, people that have worked on the fields in this part of Spain. Saw some kids, maybe 3 or 4, that have come here for the weekend, but apart from that, not a lot of activity. There's only 2 bars, which we'll see. There's a grocery store, a larger grocery store and a small grocery store, and a bakery and a chemist or pharmacy. And that's about it as far as services are concerned in this town. And there's a butcher shop, I forgot to mention. So the different types of housing, as we can see, we've got these ones that have been rehabilitated or renovated, if you like, and then we've got the more abandoned style over here on my left, and we can see that this one over here is for sale. Not sure how much they're wanting for that property there, but you'd have to invest a fair bit, I reckon, to get this property up to scratch. Let's have a look through the bars and the windows here. We'll see what's inside. Yeah, so you'd have to spend a pretty penny to get this into any type of working shape, I reckon. Let's continue. Walk down the street, and here we've got more of the writing on the ground, on the road. What does this one say? Not sure. Something about Ali Manol Gaiska, I think that is, Os quiero. So a love message. So the mystery deepens when it comes to these writings on the ground here. Now a car's just gone by, first sign of life, and there's the butcher shop. Now we got some meat there yesterday. We got some chicken fillets and also some pork fillets as well. I will say that it was very good quality meat, and I'll be back there today to get some ribs, I reckon, if the place is open. Let's go and check out and see if it is open. It could be, and if it is, I'll buy now. Hola. ¿Qué tal? Hola, ¿qué tal? Hola. Venga, hasta luego. All right, so that's dinner taken care of. We've got some ribs for dinner and also some hamburgers, just in case somebody doesn't like ribs. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, there were a few kids around. I think I saw 3 or 4 kids down at this park, but apart from that, not much youth in this town. And no surprises there, because I imagine that there's not a lot of services when it comes to kids. I don't know whether there's a school or anything like that, so could be a bit of an issue if you had children in this town, but of course that's what's going on, and kids probably go to another school, or maybe they're just here for the weekend, not sure. Now we'll head up here past the park and we'll see if we can find some activity apart from the birds that we can see up there on the roof. Some trees here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trees, but apart from that, not many trees in this town. And that's one of the most popular comments that I get in the comment section from people saying, where are the trees in these towns? And they're hard to find, I'll give you that, but the reason why there isn't any trees, I've got no idea. Maybe they just don't grow well, or they don't want the hassle of trees, no idea. But roses, yes, this is the garden that we've got here. We've also got a bus stop, which has been broken. The glass there has been broken. Not allowed to take your dogs on public transport apparently, or not have them in that bus shelter or bus stop. So a bit strange that. And I found another tree. Amazing. Now we'll go and check out the bakery, which is down this street here. I went to the bakery earlier this morning, so I don't need to buy bread. So we'll head down there and I'll just show you what it's like from the outside. But there's an interesting building over there, and I think that's what we'll work our way around to. We can see there some type of church. Looks like a fairly big building, and surprising in this town that there is a church like that one here. So we'll go and check that out. But firstly, the bakery. Another thing that's caught my attention, solar panels on one of the roofs up there. The only one that I can see with solar panels. So quite progressive in that sense. Maybe it's connected to the bakery. It could be, and they need the solar energy to feed the ovens. Got no idea, but we can get an idea of some of the other places here. Look at this building here. I think this is the court building, because it says there, Juez de Paz, Justice of the Peace. So not sure. But again, an interesting town, although there isn't much life, at least outside these houses. Maybe inside there is, but outside, not a lot going on. Ah, here we go. A dog and life at last. We've got the church up there, so I'm going to work my way around to that church. Let's have a look at the bakery first of all here. So we've got some life, the dog's having a good time, bakery, and also a little shop there where that woman is standing. They sell some basic things. So for example, if you need water, if you need fruit and veg, if you need oil to cook with, you can buy it in that shop. Now let's continue. Where am I going? To the church. Let's see if we can find it. The population of this town is around 400 people, I think, or at least that's the statistic that I got off the internet. Apparently back in 2006 there were over 600 people living here, but the population is dwindling, and this is part of empty Spain and also the abandoned Spain, where the older generations die off and there's no youth to keep the towns alive, or at least that's what I think. And looking around today, it does seem to be the case. But 380 people, maybe 400 living here currently, so a small place. Let's head to the church and check it out. There it is. Very, very old, I will say. Now, this is the main street. This is where the cars come in, and that's where they go out as well. And this is a very, very flat part of Castilla y León, if you like, a very, very flat part of Spain. There's one of the locals there on his way to do some shopping. Buenos dias. Friendly. So here's the church. I will say it stands out in this town because it's huge. Look at these steps here. We'll go up to the top and check it out. All right, yeah, so I would say this was built back in the day when there was a lot more people living in the town than there are now. Because, what can we see there? 1907. So I reckon this church was built before then, but that's when those gates would have been put up, I'm imagining. And coming out of the top there, plenty of birds. Not many trees for the birds to go into, but they've got that bell tower. All right, let's continue. Have a look around here. What do we got? Yeah, not a lot. So back down the steps I go. Now there's another place for sale over here. There's also a truck that's just come into town on its way somewhere, got no idea. But as I said, this is the main strip that I have behind me here. So where's the truck going? Probably to another town, or to pick up a load, I would say. Club de Jubilados, so the retirees club here. And I reckon this would be the busiest establishment in this town every afternoon, given the age of the population here. Again, we've got the writing on the ground on the main road here coming through the town. What they're saying, again, no idea. And why it's there, again, absolutely no idea. Another place for sale. The only bank in town, Caja Rural. And this building here covered with graffiti or some type of writing. I think the young people of the town have had a field day on this building here. Not sure what it was before, not sure what type of business was in there, but it's seen better days. And to be honest with you guys, I haven't seen a town as quiet as this one for a long, long time. Now here's one of the two bars in this town. They've got an interior patio area. Tuesdays it's closed, it's a rest day. So not much action going on in that bar. I don't know whether it's open at all. And here, with the tractor coming down the main strip here, you can get an idea of what people do in this town. The majority working in agriculture. In front of us there is the town hall or the municipal building, and here in front of us we have another shop which sells again basic things that people in this town need, because I reckon the majority would do their shopping in the biggest town close to this place here, a place called Toro, T-O-R-O, like the bull, and it's the Plaza Mayor or the main square, and not a lot going on, I'm going to be honest. We bought some supplies in this shop yesterday, some fruit, some veg, a bottle of wine, some beer. A little bit pricey, but again, there's no choice. So basically, the lady in that shop can charge what she wants. More writing over here on the ground, and what this one is saying is, because I can read it, Te quiero mucho, abuela. So obviously a grandchild saying how much they love their grandmother, who most likely lives in this house here. Now the town hall building that we have over here, and I've spotted a very interesting thing. Let's go and check it out, because I don't reckon there's too many electric vehicles in this town, but nonetheless, there are 2 electric charging points here for people with electric cars. And this is a classic example of how town halls in this area are given incentives to set these things up, even though there aren't any electric cars, because most are old diesels like that one. And I can't see people in this town buying an electric car anytime soon, but there's 2 electric charging points there just in case. But what we did come across yesterday was this interesting business here. It's called a queseria, and they sell cheeses and yogurts and things like that. Tasty yogurts, I will say, because we bought a couple. But the opening hours, it's only open on Fridays from 9 to 2, and again in the afternoon from 5 to 8. And if you want to get anything from here another day, you have to call that number there. And the story behind this business is 2 young people that came from Madrid. They were sick of living in the big city Madrid, the stress of living in a big city, decided to change their lives and come to a small town like this and set up a business. Hope they're doing well. Dicha Marbana Pequeña Quesería Artesanal. And more businesses like that one could bring life back to a dying town like this one here. Now there's another of the 5 businesses in this town in front of us there. Farmacia, not open at the moment. Go and have a look anyway. An essential business in this town. So I don't think there'd be any medical services. So if people want to go to the doctor, they'd probably have to travel to a bigger town, or maybe a country doctor, a travelling doctor would come here on a weekly basis or every fortnight, not sure. And the opening hours of the pharmacy, 11:30 in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon. Continuous, not closing for lunch. Not a bad timetable, I'm going to say. Now we're coming to the outer limits of this town. Not much more to see. We'll go and check out the local swimming pools that in the summer months I imagine are really, really busy. And you always know where you are in this town because that church tower is visible from everywhere. Now I think I mentioned it earlier, but there are 2 bars in this town, and the other bar is that one over there, Bar Septimo. Very friendly guy, I will say. So if you're in this town or in this area, drop in and say hello and have a bite to eat, or a beer, which are also quite good. Now let's go and take a look at the pools. Now on the outskirts of the town, you will find the Piscinas de Vezdemarbán. I think there's a couple of pools because they use the plural there, piscinas. There's also a park picnic area here as well. But the landscape around here, what you can see, just how flat these lands are, and very, very agricultural. But let's go and take a look at this area here. And this obviously is where the locals come in those hot summer months, because this is a hot part of the country, cold part of the country in winter, hot part of the country in summer. We can see here we've got these tables where people can sit down, have a barbecue over there. We've also got a paddle court. We've got a football court over here, play basketball as well. And these are the pools up here, which I can't get into today So you have to take my word for it, but they're behind that building there. And here we can see the political message as soon as you walk in the doors here. Aquí invierte la Junta de Castilla y León, and the logo there also. So the local government investing in this building here. Mejoras en las instalaciones de la piscina municipal. So improvements to the pool. 16,872 euros and 30 cents in Vezdemarbán, Zamora. And they're also improving energy efficiency here too, 17,728 euros and 28 cents in these installations. So probably putting some type of solar panels on the roof. Again, that's what local councils in this part of Spain are getting money to do, invest in solar energy, and also those electric charging points for electric vehicles that we saw outside the town hall. And we can see again just how flat these lands are, and a lot of agricultural activity going on out there. Wow. And it's from the local pools that I'll wrap this video up. If you're passing through this part of Spain, if you're passing through Castilla y León, the province of Zamora, stop in these towns, have something to eat, spend a bit of money here, and the locals will be grateful for that. Questions and comments, please leave them in the section below. If you have anything to add to the conversation today, the comment section is the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. I'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego from Vezdemarbán, Zamora.